Hi besties, today's video is a watch me crop or follow me while I crop, whichever. So basically, I do not do the full crop method because I want to keep the overages or the bleed area that's a little bit outside the red. So therefore, I am going to use a knife tool a lot today. Also, pro tip, if you have an Erin Condren and the washi needs to be resized, you can do that before you print and cut because I gave you guys enough extra bits on the side of both paper so you can make it fit. So what I want to do first is I'm going to just move this page right off the side here because I want to, well actually I don't need to cut this one because this is where I'm going to paste it to. So we'll cut the other page because I want to keep this page intact. So let's go to this full washi. So the bow washi and the full washi pages all typically have different style of full boxes. And the reasoning is I want to give you guys options without using a full scene and fashion girls. So what I want to do for this one is use that knife tool. So I'm going to go ahead and just delete this blue line or move it off to the side if I want to use it or put it back. So I'm going to delete it. I'm going to click over here in the sidebar for the knife tool. Okay, so some tips to use this knife tool. If you hold down on your shift bar, it will make a nice straight line. If you're not holding down shift, the knife tool will just cut anywhere. So now we have this, we can copy it and just paste it into here. And you want to click on the desktop and use paste in front so it goes right on top where it was positioned. And then I'm going to send to the back, and then I'm going to click in this one and send it to the back. That way this one is now in the front but behind the cut lines, if that makes any sense. And it's going to line up because these are created pretty much the same with the cut lines. I am going to zoom in here just a tiny bit, and I did not mean to delete it. I wanted to just move it over because I do smoosh these two together just a little. So I just want to position it where I want it. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is go to the FB page, which I call the Fashion Besties. And I'm going to crop the ones that I'm going to use. So I'm going to move the blue. I'm going to get rid of that because I don't need it. And then for this, I am going to have to do a little dissecting. So we're going to have to go about here and cut it down. That's good. Now you need to make sure that when you're doing cuts like this that you complete it fully, or it's not going to pop out, and I'll show you what I mean. I don't need this. Okay, so the best way to make sure that you've cut completely and it's going to come out is to go to this panel here, the setup panel, and then right here is transparency, and that just kind of makes your background transparent. And see how now I can see where I made those cut lines? That's a little tip to help you with that. So I'm going to take this and the red cut line, but I only want to take these two. And I'm going to just go ahead and cut those and bring them back to this bow washi page. Now they're still together, so we are going to have to cut them apart. And then I'm going to put her right in here, lining it up the best I can. And then I'm going to put this one where I wanted her. Oof, that's going to be hard. I actually don't know if I will use her. I do love this one, but I like all of these. I think I will cover up the little bunny here because I want to use a different box with him. Okay, so then now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this one, I'm going to hold down my shift key, and I'm going to click on her, and then I'm going to click right here, and then I'm going to click right here. So now I've selected both girls, the top box that we cut earlier, and this bottom box. And I'm going to go ahead and send to the back, so it sends it back behind the cut lines. Okay, so now I have this full box page how I want it, and then I can go and move on to some other pages. So I just want to take this girl with the cut line for now, and I'm going to close out this page, and I want to put her on the header bows. I'm going to hit paste. Okay, so I don't need this cut line, so I can go ahead and delete it. And then I'm going to position her. And then click on her, click on this back page, right click, send it back. And now my cut line is above it, and then I can go ahead and reposition her a little bit better. There. So I'm going to use both of these, so that's why I went ahead and I did not put the smaller one with that. I'll go ahead and zoom back out. Okay, so this one is done. I don't need to do anything else with it. So I'm going to go here to this sidebar page because I want to get rid of a few things here. So we're going to get out that knife tool because I actually want to keep this right here only. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this apart here. And let's see. Nope. See, now here is a good example. I did not complete the cut, so I need to do that. Okay. Alright. And then I can, sorry, my display keeps flickering. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of, oh, I did not mean to do that. I meant to ungroup it. And then I can go ahead and get rid of this page because I don't need that now. And I have to decide where I'm going to put this guy. I typically like to use all of these things, but there is a lot of room here where I don't need things, and I could probably stick this in. So I'm going to do a little surgery here. Let's go ahead and I'm not going to use the shift key because I'm going to make a weird cut lines to keep what I want. Alright. And then I can deselect by holding down shift the things I don't want and then move that off. Okay. And then there are a couple of the I do like to use some of these buildews and a color of that, but not very much. So I actually want to zoom in quite a bit here so I can cut exactly what I want. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and close that. I'm going to dissect all this. I know this is a little bit more time consuming than just doing the crop method, but I really like having the bleed area because if something offcuts a little bit, I don't have to worry about there being any white sticker paper. Alright. I'll go ahead and then cut down here. And one more here in the center. And there I have cut everything out. Let's go ahead and get rid of that blue line, because I do want to go ahead and cut this. From the page. I do like to use the payday, so let's keep that. I don't have any need for the rest of those or any of this stuff. So now I can go ahead and cut this top part out and delete it all together. I'm going to go ahead and put these back in the page. I still need a little bit of room for this, so we'll hold off until we get rid of more of these. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and delete that because I don't need it right now. And I want to look and see what I want here. So I use important. I don't use any of these or this one, but I typically use reminders, important, and goals. So with goals, I'll want to use something from another page. That's fine. Reminders, I don't need that. But important, I like to use a matching thing because I'm really bad about taking my vitamins, and I like to keep a constant reminder. I will keep the buildews because I do use those. So I'm just gonna stack these on top. I think we could fit this right here. And now we have a lot of extra space. A little bit of wasted space, but that's okay. I can always put more stuff in it. I'm going to just click on this, hold down my control key, and hit the arrow down button to put in another blue cut line so I can make sure that everything here is in its place. So the other thing is I really do want the logo, but I cut it out. I didn't think about that. So I want it back, and I'm going to edit, or double click into here because the points are on. And then let's get rid of these because I cut into that page a little funky. So I'm going to delete those points. Alright. Here we go. And now I can hold down Shift and tab the line button down to bring back that logo. I can arrange these in here a little nicer. Okay, still not pretty, but and obviously if you guys are wanting to save paper, you'll want to put other stuff in there as well. But and there. I do pretty much use all these. I want all those. I like to have all those because you never know how many I'm going to need, because I use a week on 4-page, as well as the half boxes. I don't end up using a lot of this, but I do like to have it in case I want it. And that's pretty much all I do to prep my pages. I know I still print and cut a lot. Like I was saying, I enjoy having the full kit, and I keep the extras and give them away sometimes, or use them in like my B6 or just other stuff. I hope that you guys found this video useful. And remember, if you do not have some of these tools that I used, it's likely because I have the business edition of Silhouette Studio, which allows me to do a few things extra that the free edition does not. You can check versions and see what's included on their website, and Amazon always has the business edition for like $40 to $50. It definitely, in my opinion, is worth it if you're creating files, because you can save as JPEGs, PDFs, and SVGs, and to me, that definitely makes purchasing the business edition worth it. But if you are only making your own stickers, you might not need it as much, but there are some added features that could be beneficial, so you should check that out. Okay, that was a mouthful. Thanks for watching, and again, please make sure to like and comment so I know that you guys enjoy this type of content and I can keep making you new videos. Bye for now.